He kept on saying, in the end, you'll have a beautiful bathroom, and we have drywall up there now.
You thinking of just gutting this, like pulling the tub, everything?
Oh yeah. When you're an ethical person, you expect people to treat you in the same manner.
Did you get a permit?
No.
We thought there was some accountability there, but obviously he doesn't work that way.
Not only did we not get what we wanted, but we also had to deal with this individual who was, playing a game with us.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it.
How do you do this to a family?
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Unbelievable. On the money. T3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Al and Jen bought a nice house on a nice street. House is about 20 years old. They want a new bathroom.
We had discussed maybe 2 or 3 years before just what we'd like to do, looking at bathroom magazines and the things of the sort. We had actually gotten a couple of quotes on bathroom renovation, so we got a good idea of what we were looking at, what we were gonna have done.
A nice winter day.
The church that we go to, they're building a new facility. It's a double gym, so the community is going to be able to use it. And every year we have an auction, and we ended up purchasing some services from a contractor who donated $11,500 worth of his services.
You know, raising money for the church for a gymnasium, that's good. That's a good thing. But they got screwed in the end. Al, Mike,
Hi.
Jen, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
It's a brisk winter day, eh?
On contract, on paper, was a $30,000 job. On the signing of the contract, he required a check for $10,400. And it was put to us simply that, he hadn't received any money, that he was donating his services to the church, and he needed money for supplies and for paying his laborers and everything. So we figured it was okay.
Very nice, lots of okay.
Yeah.
On the day of demolition, when they started their work, we were required by the contract to give another $5,000.
The danger zone.
Room. It was a day of work done, and we were already out $15,400 plus the $11,500 to the church. So, $26,900 out, and they're just starting the demolition. We're off track right from the beginning.
Draining, I see they poured a concrete pad. Looks fairly good here. Do not know by looking at it whether or not they've done a proper membrane, and even then, the membrane is how we used to do it. We don't use it that way anymore. We actually use much better products.
The second day of demolition, he came in and told us that some of the work that we wanted to have done that we had already discussed with him was add-on. And it was going to cost us $1,500 for this, $2,000 for that.
As for your toilet, that's not very wide, is it?
No.
This is 36 inches wide, and you're a pretty wide guy, so you pretty well will clean these walls with your shoulders walking in here. You open the door, you go in. As soon as you get in, here's the toilet. You've actually got to really almost straddle the toilet to close the door. So very, very wrong. $37,000 in change later. Bathroom's not complete. It's wrong. To what extent? We'll find out.
The chandelier above the tub here was another thing that he wanted us to do. We went out and we spent some money on a chandelier.
Yeah.
Hindsight's always 20/20, and looking back now, it seems obvious to us, but on the onset, because we knew he had done a donation to the church, because it was goodwill on his part, because it was through our church, we want to be a good testimony, we went along with it.
Gotta love designers, eh? Let's put a chandelier above your tub. Okay, what's wrong with a chandelier above your tub?
It wouldn't be wise to stand up and touch it while I'm standing in cold and water, an electrical outlet.
The two don't mix, do they?
No.
Yeah, because you'll get 100% amperage through your body, which is enough to stop your heart.
When the contractor had left, of course, we were absolutely devastated, and we contacted the church, the committee that was responsible for the auction right away.
That wall blocks my view, and I want to see those windows, I really actually like this opening. So instead of doing it this way, I'm going to propose that we actually take this right down.
They wanted him to provide certain bills that he'd paid for, and they wanted, concrete. Okay, give me, some of the things you've paid for, show us.
But I'm seeing glass is what I'm seeing. So if you want a bench, we can create the bench. We'll make it a little bit wider. We'll move your door opening over. We'll create a small knee wall above the bench, maybe 6 inches, and everything above that height will be glass.
He didn't end up doing that. He ended up sending us another bill to complete the bathroom, which was ridiculous. It was like $17,000. One day I came in and Al said, go take a look in the family room. I thought, what's going on in the family room? We're having our bathroom done. Here's the damage. They took our tub out and it leaked.
I think the water ran along the joist where the taped area was probably the weakest spot. And we had water damage all along here.
There's a nice hole in our family room ceiling. And he explained to me that that day the gentleman who was working on our bathroom fell through.
It's not just as simple as coming in with a sponge or a roller and trying to fix this. You will always see it. You cannot repair it. You have to replace it. It doesn't mean we got to pull everything down. It means we have to redo it. 9 months later, it goes on and on. He comes back in. I want more money. We're not going to do work. It's the same crap, different pile.
I can't describe the feeling. It's the loss of the money, the just knowing what's up there. We don't have anything basically for all the money that we've spent, and it was horrible.
I'm gonna gut the bathroom. We don't have a choice. I'm gonna bring in all the right people. We're gonna bring Frank, the electrician, Martin, my plumber, all these guys, and we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna play with it. I see what you want. I ask you one thing. Show me your dreams. What it was supposed to be, the way you wanted it to be, especially for $37,000. Tell me everything that you wanted. And from there, I'll put in my little things, and we'll fix it. They like this idea that they can shower together, brush their teeth together,
Washroom.
separately in the. We could put in 2 toilets for the hell of it. They can like talk to each other.
That's true.
How you feeling?
Side by side.
And he wanted more money.
Another $17,000.
Another $17,000. Do you know what I can build for 50-something to almost $60,000? Do you have any idea what I can do? I'll leave it until we're done. Quite the story, eh? Guy submits a bid to help with a project with the church.
Yeah.
So they buy it for $11,500, $37,000 plus out of their pocket later. This is what we have.
$1,000. He got paid. He walked away with that?
Benefit is that the 2 guys that he brought in, because he subbed it out, the 2 guys that he brought in, we see concrete board, we see green. I don't like the green, but it's minimum code.
Right.
We see green everywhere, so they gutted it. A chandelier was supposed to go over the tub.
That's smart.
Nice, eh?
Over the tub.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Any problems with a chandelier over the tub?
I'd say.
Toaster. Toaster. I like that. That's the equivalent of a toaster. You are correct. Previously, we had a toilet and bidet right there, and it was on a pedestal, so the plumbing ran underneath it.
Yeah.
So they lost the bidet, fine. Moved the toilet, no permits, of course, no permits on the electrical. What did they do? How did they tie in? We know the floor joists run this way, so how the hell did they tie in?
Right.
If the drain was here, how'd they get it over to there?
Right.
What do you think they might have done?
Of the joist. Yeah.
Yes, and if they did that, we got a big issue. Big issue. So they didn't peel it.
Look at that. A little high here.
It's just a little high there, isn't it?
I'd say it's wrong slope.
So you can see they open the floor, cut the pipes, cut the pipes.
Well, this isn't so bad, is it? I mean, you want to be more center, I would take it, but...
So the drain must have been there in the first place. See if we can pull this one up.
Yep.
How the hell did they do this?
Dropped it in very gently?
No, they moved the toilet. They've got no cutting on the floor other than over there. This will be interesting. They added more screws, so they cared about what they were doing. They actually nailed down the floor, even though they used drywall screws. They added more screws, so I'm seeing not the main guy that screwed them with the money. The guys he brought in are half decent. I'm still curious on how he did the toilet. That's the vent line. How the hell did they do this? Interesting. The toilet and bidet were on a platform here.
Yeah.
They haven't cut the floor. Pull this piece up.
Okay.
This is not logical. The only thing I can think of is the actual down run for the 3-inch ABS was right where that toilet is. So it came up, came across the floor, the toilet picked up, the bidet picked up. and they got lucky. This is not a new feed. This is definitely air because they've come off the top.
Right.
It's definitely air.
And that's shooting straight up to the roof, you think, right there?
Yeah, so next move, pull this drywall.
Okay.
Pull that drywall. Pull that drywall.
All right.
Now it's easy, right? Reach in, pull. Fed the lines over. Not too keen on this box, let me tell you. But that's not the way we do it. So same thing, okay, please? Pull that drywall, everything you do with inside here, pull this drywall, pull the bottom piece only, or the front. I don't care which one you do.
Okay.
Do not pull the ceiling. So far, I'm happy with what I see.
Yeah.
I want that drywall down.
Okay.
That drywall down, so that whole wall down on the inside.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull the studs out of that wall there.
All right. Just take down the whole wall?
Yeah, do what I said here. Drop the strapping, and we'll use this as an access point to look up.
Sure.
Since we have to repair it anyways.
Okay.
Break the floor.
I love tearing this stuff apart. Day one of demo goes great. I mean, look, we have 8 people here or something like that. It goes quick. I mean, it's really not much. You're in a bathroom. Demo is going actually better than planned. We're gonna have this all down today. A lot of people don't realize though, there's actually a little bit of skill to doing a demo. You can't just go in there and start swinging hammers and hacking everything apart. You gotta worry about electrical, plumbing. You actually gotta start taking it apart carefully. You're also trying to look for where they've messed up, and like you're uncovering stuff to actually find out what you can do, what you can not do, what they've done, what you have to fix. So, you know, you got to be really careful on a demo day, but I think we're pretty good at it now. Hey guys, we can do a demo really fast now.
We have no choice but to investigate.
Yeah.
It's not like I can go, hey, okay, let's finish it.
Yeah.
We don't know what they did.
Yeah.
We have to open it, you know, and it's not spank the guys for making it wrong. It's like, this is wrong, we need to fix it. But we know who was wrong here. It's the guy that took the 37,000 change. All right. We're back to the beginning, and I can tell what they've done. I'm going to assume we have had 2 different electricians in here. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, because it just shows on what we see. So we know the electrical was wrong. What was on that wall right there? This was a Whirlpool tub you had, or
Yes.
that had jets?
Yeah.
Was the control on that wall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that would explain it. So what they've done was taken that one line, added another line, brought it into the tub, shared the neutral, things that you shouldn't be doing.
They pointed out a few other things that the electrician did that didn't do right, and that's not a surprise, I guess.
They ran the plumbing pipe and they gave you that void right at this point here to give you that shower head that you were looking for, which I can do for you. The way they closed it up was a huge mistake because they brought the vapor barrier down underneath the drywall, strapped it, and drywalled it again. If moisture can collect, which it will, the cold zone's in the attic. It gets hot and cold up there, right? Talk about a drastic weather change, it's in the attic. Moisture will come down. That plastic is now underneath the drywall. That drywall has paper on it. The second food group that mold loves is organic, the paper. It would have molded for sure. So that was an issue.
That's major with mold. You know, you hear all kinds of horror stories about mold, so that's something that definitely would concern us.
The other tub was a corner tub, right?
Right.
Okay, our drain was on this side, correct?
Yeah.
New angle, yeah.
Okay, so the drain being on this side, they were within code for ventilation, air behind water. As soon as they moved the drain over there, they were too far. Wow. So plumbing was incorrect. Not only that, too many elbows. We also have a down run, an up round, and a down run. So what happens there?
Well, I get stuck. Yeah, and finding out that the plumbing wasn't done right for the tub, and where there would be water captured in the tube in the elbows and stuff like that. That was a big concern, and I didn't have a concern about the plumbing. I met the guy, I saw the guy, he seemed professional.
I'm gonna take all the structure out. It's just cheap wood, it's not square, and it does not line up with the door opening, so it'd be a big issue when the glass comes in. So I will keep the big double shower. I am gonna change some things to open it up with glass.
I really like, well, just Mike's idea of making it all glass and just so that you can, you know, have the light from the windows, and yeah, just can't wait to have it finished.
So don't worry.
Not worried.
We'll do what we do best and we'll make this beautiful.
Great.
We believe it.
Just hold the ladder for me, please.
Yep. Okay, I got it.
There's not a lot of insulation. There's what I'm talking about. Damon, come on up.
Yep. Insulation? What am I stepping on here?
The bulk wall. They got an insulated line that we're gonna tie it into, I guess, up here where these guys go.
Right.
Which we don't want it this way.
No kidding.
And like I said, proper housings for the pot lights, but they're not covered with the blue wrap and a ton of insulation because we got to build it up and over.
Right.
We see a 2-inch line that converts into a 3-inch up through the roof.
Yep. And you just have that one line coming up here?
Uh-huh. There's no other 3-inch. The other one's way over there. All right.
What do you think?
We have some work to do.
I know what you think. Watch the window. We're thinking of leaving the ceiling, but at this point, why bother? I mean, we have damage here. We're gonna be repairing this anyway. I mean, to drop this ceiling, get up new drywall, it's the same amount of work. Why not do a new? We use mold resistant. Guaranteed this isn't mold resistant, so we just do everything better. So we might as well just pull it down, start from scratch. We're gonna pull parts of the floor today and you know, get a proper subfloor down here as well. So everything new. I do not want to pull this floor until we pull the ceiling first, because as you can see, it's going to be a pain in the ass cleaning out all the joists. It's better just to pull this down, clean the debris up, and then we'll pull the floor. That's the last thing we have to do at the end of the day. Do a major cleanup and we'll work our way out of here, okay? Clean up right out the front door.
Since this family has spent so much money on this, almost 40 grand, let's give them a $40,000 bathroom. We'll insulate the whole attic again. We'll make sure they have at least 12 inches. I'm going to use wall tight on the walls and in the voids. This is the bathroom. We can stop moisture from coming through, eliminate products that promote mold. We're open.
Why not?
Let's do it. Right. We'll keep the tub. We're gonna change the shower so it's open, like I said, double sink. We'll make a bigger throne room. What a name, man, the throne room. We'll call it the WC. Right. What's WC?
Water closet.
Water closet. Do I have a choice? Yes, of changing how the toilet sits. I can bring the toilet this way and have the toilet here. Now, to make up the difference, if we go with a 4x4 room, that means he's gonna be sitting facing this way. And I always say he, I don't listen. If we were to do it that way, because it's such a dark room, we can actually put a window in this wall, glass block. You can't see through it. Stained glass, anything like that
Frosted.
that allows light in this room, natural light, rather than just always having a light, which I like, because it's no longer a dungeon and sitting on a throne in a dungeon. I also like the idea that I can have the toilet paper roll on the opposite side of the toilet. So you know, how many times you do this? You got to reach behind you to grab the toilet paper.
Rolling it like this.
And everyone sits forward, you know. I'm facing this way. I have a nice window. Comes out, door swings in, and we'll try and keep the door closest to this side so it allows, if we do get a magazine rack in here, you know, you got to have it. We can't just have a toilet. It's just a bare frickin' room is what it is. I've set up how we're going to do the shower stall. It's more square than that. I'm just giving the measurements on how we're going to do this. It's almost 12 o'clock. And we have spent the whole morning simply bringing in electricians, plumbers, us, and talking about what we're going to do. We're going to need a center light in between the two oval mirrors. Was it necessary to take 3 hours, as far as I'm concerned, 4 hours to set this up? Yes. So we're going to go from that black line.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Because the last thing you want to do is make a mistake. We're looking at what we need to do for the shower, the tub, balancing the system. How is it going to look with the toilet in the throne room that I'm calling it? This wall's first, this wall's second.
Yep.
Tub. Does the sink work to the shower? How's the floor layout? Do we want a last minute, oops, what do I do with the register in the floor? No. 21 inches out with countertops, so we want to be 24. Everything must go with each other. And then the same token, is everything good with what we're working with? What that does is 4'4", allows us a door of about 26 inches. The more we spend our time at the beginning, laying it out in detail to 1/4 inch, the way easier it is at the end. And then I know that when the glass goes in, it's perfect. That when the tiles go in, it's perfect. That when the tub goes in, there's no mistake. Sold.
Yeah.
That works for me. What is our distance from that wall to here?
It is 31.5 inches with drywall. So I liked your idea of actually doing the corner on this wall, like flipping it in.
The problem is my door. This is the big issue that I have. But if I neo-angle it here, we can have the glass on the wall, a neo-angle piece of glass. Ooh. This might really work. Put the door here, bring out an equal bench on that side, so a neo-angle corner in and out. Everything's illusion here. I really like this. Yeah. Visually, I had it that we would keep the design, but once you lay it on the floor and you build the wall, you see how tight it is to get through here. And the other issue I have also is that when I stand here, I squawked about that wall blocking the window, and here I have the same thing now with my new throne room. What if I thought about doing a neo-angle on the shower, just at one corner, because I have a neo-angle bench in the corner. Then I do a neo-angle here and I put the door here. So I have a door here and a glass door in the shower. I've created more of an opening. Still the toilet, still the magazine rack, and now the door's there. So, that's how we're gonna do it.
We cut this wall back, right here. We're gonna need to relocate the 2-gang, the light.
Gang. So the 2-gang is for the fan and the light?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the issue is going to be, I have a window in this wall, which eliminates putting anything, and if I can swing the door in this way, I can't put the switches here. Yep. Other option is to put the switches on the outside. No other option of putting it anywhere else, right? No, no, no. Okay.
I think we're pretty much beat on that with the door swinging in, window there.
Extend it to a 5-gang.
Okay.
We're a bit lucky with this one. The place was built in, I think it was 89, and the stucco ceiling had never got painted, right?
Ah, not sealed, easy to come down.
Easy to come down. We're waiting for the plaster to dry right now, and then we're going to have to oil prime that like the rest of the ceiling, which we've already done.
Okay.
We've got to do that because when we put the texture on, it's all got to dry exactly at the same rate before we start knocking it down. This should give it the effect that we're looking for.
Okay, so you're spraying on a different material, not a standard stucco.
No, no. This is...
It's like a plaster.
It's a plaster that's got acrylic in it. It's a finish. We don't have to paint it afterwards.
Brilliant.
The boys are going to spray it on. We're going to come behind with a brush and give it a stipple effect. Wait for a magic moment. when it's just setting up, and then we've got to knock it down.
I went to the Tubbs place yesterday to pick the sinks and everything else that I wanted, and I made a change.
Oh, did you? Uh-oh, what does that mean?
Well, I saw these cabinets.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like 30, 31-inch cabinets,
yeah,
with their own pedestals, their own tops, and I thought, 2 cabinets, and not a full base.
Oh, okay.
And then we have matching mirrors to go up over top of it.
Oh, very nice.
Like, it's going to be stunning.
And have the pots.
And these are actually darker.
Are they?
Yeah, they're almost like a deep, almost cherry, but with a more browner, but they're dark. They're not light like that.
Right. And I guess you match the tile to go
Yeah,
around
so I want to pick something for the top of the tub and it's the quartz that is dark that matches that cabinet.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really going to give Bob a headache today.
Okay, better him than me.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a minor one, nothing serious.
Okay.
Bob, thanks so much for coming in. Obviously, I ripped it apart, made some changes. So last time I talked to you, I had this idea that we could use the quartz product in the shower.
Yep.
So I called you in. Now I'm going to really challenge that because I have some great ideas and I want to see if we can do them.
Okay.
My cabinets they're almost like a dark cherry, but it's not cherry, it's just like a dark walnut. So what I'm thinking is this would be perfect inside the shower stall because it's going to help match my tile. It's going to complement the cabinets. It'll give me the wainscot look and everything I see. So also with this, you can do a top, right? So that we come up, we actually top with a nice little bull nose, right? So a cap, I'll have a glass wall in here, glass wall door. So I'm looking at the coffee bean.
All the rules are being broken. As an example, in the kitchens, many times you see the cabinets that are opposite colors, the light and the dark, and then people would put countertops light and dark. Sometimes they put dark on dark and light on light and vice versa. So all the rules have been broken. And that's the type of thing that really gives a wow factor to it. And so it's just a question of when the colors go together, you can do anything you want.
Coffee bean. And it goes with the champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne, coffee, drinks.
The problem is, the original person that blew the attic did not, or the builder did not stuff and vent the soffits properly to stop the blown insulation from hitting the vented soffit.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at this. Okay, that's my maximum reach.
Give it a couple more years. You'll hit puberty and then you'll be fine.
Okay.
So basically what we're doing is we're putting radiant floor heating on. And what we've done is we used a modified thin set over top of the Ditra. We're using a 3/16 trowel notch. You could also use a 3/8, but 3/16 is minimum, and it's good enough to grab this material. And what we're doing is we're taking out the air bubbles out of this right now, making sure it adheres properly, and it'll be ready to go.
Prepping today is all for tiles. We had some gaps and stuff like that, so what I would always want to do is I want to pre-fill them with thin set. It's basically what'll happen is it'll true up 2 boards together. If there's any differences in the boards, it'll just make a smooth transition. So when you're doing your curdy, you don't get a big lump there. Helps the transition. It'll also help with, you know, if there's any leaks that do get behind this, it'll actually help prevent water from getting in behind to the stud.
Just marking up, measuring. The champagne color will be installed. We'll do the coffee afterward. We're only going to put the waterproof membrane halfway up the wall. The reason for doing this is because it is an exterior wall and we want that wall to breathe in behind the quartz stone. You guys are good. So you're just going to pull it back? You're just doing a test fit?
Yes, exactly. We're going to cut now the second piece.
Yep.
and I put together. Everything, of course, gonna be okay.
So you don't install until you've checked everything?
Exactly.
I like you more.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I call a perfect fit. It's gonna look good, eh? Look at this. I really like it. I really like it. Oh, just wait till it's done. Okay, so do me a favor, just take a look at the baffles that they have within every 4 rafters there and do your normal thing. Now, they only had about 6 inches of blown-in insulation. Nowhere near enough, eh?
No, not even close. I recommend, or code right now is R40. It just bumped up this year.
Now, spray-in gives you the equivalent of what?
R40 for cellulose is 10.5 inches.
10.5 inches?
Yeah, fiberglass, you're probably looking at 13 inches for R40. But we're gonna top this up to R50.
If you guys see anything up there that looks wrong or there's an issue, please let me know so I can let the homeowners know.
All right, well, no problem. We'll take a look at it and see what we can do.
The soffit vents have been put in after the blown insulation was installed. And how we know this is, basically it's loose here. They should be stapled to the rafters. It's a fairly deep profile, probably a little bit too large for this. But if you look into the soffit area, and you got a real problem here because the venting is totally improper. You pull these vents out, you look in there, there's a ton of blown insulation, this fiberglass, in the soffit area. It's blocking all the ventilation.
Oh.
So what has happened is the insulation has been blown in, the fiberglass has reached the soffit area, it's actually plugging up some of the airflow, okay? And then to appease the inspector, to make it look like it was done properly, they just took the vents and stuck them in the soffit on top of the fiberglass, which is blocking the airflow. So 60 to 80% of those vents up there are doing diddly squat.
The reason for this baffle vent is so that we can bring fresh air into the attic, and any heat loss or moisture from the house getting into the attic is picked up by the fresh air and exhausted out the roof vents.
There is some ventilation, but it's a huge attic space, a lot of heat loss, not very much insulation up there, and the worst thing of all, the soffits are prep brutal, they're awful.
First of all, we gotta clean out the insulation out of the soffit, make sure we got adequate ventilation there. We will put new baffle vents in here, stuff it with a bat of insulation over the wall, okay? And then we will re-blow all this here, making sure there's a monoclinic layer of insulation right on top of the wall into the attic.
It looks really bush. It's terrible.
Well, when you say it's terrible, I don't feel well. My window's broke, well, my heart's broke, my office is calling. Hello? Hi. That's my daughter. I'm here. A wonderful voice for a change.
Okay, if you want to screw the top one where your hand is.
How's that? Huh? I need a drill and a screw.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe this? Driving in this morning, my windshield gets smashed. Another piece of ice hits my truck. I don't even know if it's dented it. The first bang. I get in here. We're gonna fix the roof today. What?
Our guys went up there to pull out the insulation out of the soffit. That ice dam has come back into the house, and the fibers are actually frozen in the soffit, so we can't get it out.
Okay. I tell you, it wasn't easy, but now that we've got the ice out of the soffit, we'll make sure we get the baffles in place. That's for our air circulation of 1.5 inches airflow. Put in the blown-in cellulose. Bob's your uncle. It's the day before the reveal, and normally we're running like a dog with 2 tails. Doesn't know which one to chase. However, everything is going really well today. To schedule, the electricians are doing what they need to do. Martin, the plumbers, are doing what they need to do. Just getting the last bit of grouting in, lights. This one's a lot easier, even though it's a very expensive bathroom. And we've taken our time on this just to create not only the look, but the best we can do. Since they spent the money in the first place, let's give them a $40,000 bathroom. Do I feel good? The answer is absolutely yes. It will be done easy tomorrow and not 12 o'clock at night. So it's gone rather well. Everything is just to plan. So how many coats you gonna put up, Craig?
2 coats of kitchen and bath paint. I like using that stuff a little better. It's just got mildewcide in it, resists moisture better.
So not only did we use drywall that's mold resistant, it's paint that's mold resistant.
Exactly. Latex paint is actually better for bathrooms as well, because alkyd paints, oil-based paints, promote mold and mildew growth.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's something I didn't know. So this is the first time working on the show you actually came in and measured it properly. We were done, and you came in and measured it, right? Because we're always trying to incorporate the time and get you to do it, and I know you don't like it that way, so this is going to be a perfect
we got
fit.
it done in the time limit, though.
You sure did.
Yeah.
So we're going to come across the center, we're going to join at this point and come right out, and we're flush with this edge, right?
Yeah, usually I go flush, and then there's just a little bit of a gap between each edge where the glass.
Which side did we hinge?
We hinged on the left side.
Good. That's the way I prefer it.
Yeah, and then there's just a little bit of gap here so the steam can go out.
How much?
I think there's about 2.5, 3 inches.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's why I tiled everything on the inside.
Yeah.
So I had no issues of warning of moisture.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna look really good. Well, generally when you don't use a channel, you have to wedge the glass in with blocks on the top and bottom, and you pressure fit it in. And then what you do is you fill the silicone across the top, and that holds in the glass. Right? When you squeeze the silicone in, it can skin up in like 10 minutes or so. So you take the tape off. If not, you'll end up pulling off that skin and it looks terrible. So what you do is you take it off right away and it gives you a nice clean flat surface to work with. And once that's all done, you're watertight and everything looks good. You don't have any big chunky metal. It's just nice and seamless.
I love the diamond effect there, because we're fighting on how to come up with an idea to create access panels, and the access panels are never big enough to actually crawl your body in there and fix it. But this really works.
Isn't that nice? That was a great idea, bud.
Yeah.
Anytime we have any tubs or whirlpools, they must be GFI protected. Quite simple. You're going to be sitting in a pool of water. You want to be protected as quickly as possible. If there are any shorts, you want the breaker to trip out. And these GFI breakers have a very fast response time that if there is any potential problem, it'll trip out. So we're going to power up everything I had off here. There goes our surge protector. Here goes our tub. At least once a month, they should be tested just to make sure that they are working.
Last little bits of lipstick and mascara. Love how everything goes together. We got the beautiful taps that are on the sink that match the tub, and then we picked it up on the sides of the mirrors. I also have it on the light here for in between. It's brushed nickel. That's going to be really nice. Just right up in between them. I like that. You know you're almost done when you're putting all this in, and I like to wait for all the caulking to the very last. That way if we're drilling, we're creating dust, it doesn't get trapped in the caulking. So we'll hit all this last. Once it's buffed, cleaned. Man, that's gonna be nice. $37,000. Now that includes the $11,500 bid. So that's about $27,000 worth of extras. And what the hell's the extras here? You know, like, so they gotta buy materials with tub, sinks, cabinets, drywall, concrete board, tiles. $27,000? Not likely. 9 months later, it goes on and on. He comes back in, I want more money, we're not gonna do work. It's the same crap, different pile. I think I've kept you out there long enough. I left for you.
Wow.
It's been a while, eh?
Yeah. Do I get to open the, do you want me to open the door or are you gonna open the door?
It's like wrapping a gift.
Well, before we go in there,
wait.
actually, let's talk about some of the other things. You know, we fixed downstairs, we fixed the ceiling, brought in Mr. Stucco. He's actually very good. Did it turn out the way you like it?
Excellent.
great.
Craig came in and painted it, so it's all back to normal.
Yeah.
Is there any house that I walk into that if I'm not gonna find something else? The answer is no. If I look close enough, I'm gonna be fixing everything. It's not a bad build. Whoever built this house did pretty good. A few problems. The attic. Oh, geez, nothing really. Ice dams on the roof. I did bring in Alex in the attic, and I know that there wasn't enough blown-in insulation. We had a bunch more, but we ran into other problems, and it would explain why I had so many icicles, and it was the ice dams. They had blocked off, and this is the builder, all of the soffit. And you cannot do that. That must breathe horizontally as well as 1.5 inches vertical. It keeps showing that one thing leads to another. The more you do something wrong, the more it's going to take to fix it. And we need to really pay attention to these small details so we don't have to come back and fix it down the road. Or you, as the homeowner, do not have to pay twice. That's unacceptable to me. Let's take a look at the bathroom.
Wow.
Let's.
You excited?
Very excited.
Anticipation?
Yeah.
We know it's going to be beautiful.
door.
We
You know it's today.
We know it's going to be right.
It's not 12 o'clock at night. I love
No.
that. It's like
No.
2:45, so I'm
early.
really happy about that. Let's go.
Wow. 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 This is gorgeous. Wow.
Is this our
Oh my
bathroom?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's smart.
Wow.
At this juncture in our life, we don't get a lot of surprises. And this is an amazing, awesome surprise. We've seen Mike's work. We know the crew. We know that they take care and they pay attention to detail. And it was going to be a surprise for us. So we wanted to make sure it was, and it was.
Look at that shower. That is awesome. I love the sinks.
I decided to do something different. I wanted to keep it the same layout that I looked at, and but square, it didn't work. And because you have a nice square bathroom here, but to create, I know you wanted your throne room, and that was very important. I had to throw this into the mix. And the shower was big to me too. But if you notice, you know, standing at the door here
when you
looking,
come in.
does it look bigger?
It looks huge.
It works, because standing at that bathroom door, looking through the windows, I can see everything. We still have the proper toilet area, a nice big shower stall full of clear glass, and a whole lot of meticulous tiling. But the more you give, the more you get. Here's your in-floor heating. And we want proper in-floor heating. And I love this. This is just incredible. It lights up, it talks to you, it plays. I'm only kidding. It lights up. It's so simple. This is one of the best companies out there that has the in-floor heating, and I really do like what they've come together. Now we have two
Look at that.
timers. What are the timers for?
Fans.
Yes, we have throne room.
Oh, wow.
Room number 1. Turn it on, it also turns on the light in there, right? So I made sure there was a light within the fan, and to turn it off, you just go back again, down to 0. So, as a rule of thumb, anytime you're gonna have a shower, make sure you run that fan for 30 minutes longer after you shower, especially the center one, that's gonna pick up the steam coming out. The throne room, if you wanted to take a quick little look.
Yeah, I want to see this. Wow, this is great. Look at that. This is awesome.
The neo angle works here. It's a lot bigger, and it's actually, I sat on the toilet myself, I closed the door, and I went, okay, this is okay. I don't mind this at all, because I sort of test things. I was playing with your toilet paper roll while I was in there at the same time. Looking out your rain glass window.
That is, oh, look at that. I didn't even see that either.
Look at that. That's so
I'm wondering
smart.
why it's so light in here. That
So
is
smart.
great.
But I thought about this corner. I thought maybe you'll find something you want
Yep.
here that would create a nice little niche corner, and you can put your things on it, and candles all around the tub, and then the windowsills.
I'm so excited.
See, we had the
about
quartz. I remember you saying that. I wanted it on the windowsill,
Yeah.
right? Look at that shower.
I am.
gorgeous.
I know. I can't. Let's
Oh,
go.
Jen,
Let's
get
go
in
take
there.
a look.
Wow.
Look at this.
It looks seamless.
This is gorgeous. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? Whew.
There we go.
That is so
Let's see the
neat.
shower.
That's amazing. I love this. This is so beautiful.
That light. Absolutely gorgeous.
This is gorgeous. The detail, like the, yeah.
It's,
I love it.
It's more than what we obviously expected, and I guess that's what Mike does. That's what he does.
It's awesome looking out too, like with all the light, all the glass, like looking out, you can see in our bedroom, and it's amazing. We're so thankful to all of Mike's crew. They're professionals, and you can see their amazing talent. Because you know, with Mike directing and just putting everything together, it's amazing. Like the tiles are, the tiles are gorgeous.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. I love it. I love it.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Seems fair for us.
It's been awesome to know you guys. You guys are all professionals.
Well, I know, we're in here long enough that you probably turn around and go, when the hell are they out of here?
No.
We're gonna miss you guys.
It was horrible for us when it was going on, and horrible, I'm sure, for other people when they get into situations like that. But to have this complete and finished and gorgeous is, I don't know, more than we can ever ask for. It's amazing.
Go for that hammer. Ladies first, go ahead, Matt.
That's funny.
I think he liked that one.
Billy,
Great job.
drive careful, have a great day. Carlito.
Beautiful walk.
Hey man, everybody, great job. Sir Matt, awesome, man. I like the plow in your truck. Damon?
Yeah, another one done.
In your bathroom, how many's that now? Pinky?
I don't know.
Okay. That's good, because I don't want to hug the guys. Sir Brent, the new guy in town. Good job. You're all right. We'll have to keep you out for a couple of months.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody drive careful. We'll see you tomorrow on the next one.